speaker, Magda Sokolovic. She built a solo digital agency. She's based here in Berlin, and she builds websites for female founders, which I think is an awesome focus point. And you're going to talk about how you went from burnt out to building a work that actually evolves around your life. And maybe we can learn something from you. I hope so. I'm very excited. Let's go further. Do you have it, or can you go one further so we can see you? Awesome. Also, if you have questions, maybe already scan the link so you can use Slido to collect some questions for the Q&A later. And now I give you the microphone.
Thank you, Mira. Yeah, so Ricardo was just up here. For those who didn't hear, he used to be my coach, and now we share the stage together. So, yeah, life is interesting. Okay, so I can imagine you read this title and you thought, oh, she nailed it. She figured it all out. And then maybe some of you read the description and thought, oh, she also gets to spend her winters in Asia? Teach me the trick. So here is the honest story. A month ago, I landed in Berlin after 4 months in Goa, in India, and Sri Lanka. Straight off the plane, straight into prepping for my very first conference talk, Republica, still recovering from food poisoning, completely overwhelmed from the amount of work I accumulated while being away. And then after the conference, I invite my two closest friends over. One of them is literally doing gardening for me. And I'm there wearing a silk robe and on the couch, laying down and announcing with all the drama, I feel like I'm failing in life. Both of them burst out laughing. And that was my best therapy ever, because they gave me a new perspective. I was so much in my head that I did not notice how fucking privileged I am. I'm admitted to this conference. I just spent my dream winter in amazing dream locations. And now I'm complaining that I'm failing in life. So this is my no bullshit version of not pretending how I am a successful solopreneur. That would be a lie. I'm still winging it. But I've got some useful stuff to share. So here's the deal for the next 25 minutes. I'm going to tell you my story, what brought me from burnout to living the life on my own terms. I'm going to share you a set of tips which worked for me. Don't worry, I'm not sending you home with some inspirational LinkedIn quote and calling it a day. And halfway through, fair warning, we will do a think together in a chair with eyes closed. It's a bit cringy, I know, but also I'm a yoga teacher, so what else do you expect? So if your mind wanders for the next, sometime, just make sure to be back for that one. Deal? Okay. So there are two versions of us. There is performed Magda. All of us has it. And of course, this is AI-generated image. This is the one we keep on a LinkedIn headline, or we say at the dinner before Freelance Unlocked conference. So me, I am a solo digital agency owner. It's called She Develops. I build websites. I love AI. I also teach AI. I run it all. Well, I'm based in Berlin, but I run it from wherever I happen to be. Last 2 winters, it was Goa and Sri Lanka. Am I telling you this to make you jealous? Maybe a little. But just to show you where I am today. Imagine this, me 3 years ago. I am in my dark apartment. I'm employee of this digital agency. It's already my 5th meeting this day. I'm sitting in this meeting with 5 older German men. They all speak super fast German. I lost them already 10 minutes ago. I'm praying they will not ask me a question. My jaw is tight. My chest is tight. My shoulders are rounding. And I'm like having this realization. What the fuck am I doing here? And then I knew what I want to do. What I always wanted to do, and I did my yoga teacher training 4 years ago in India. I was like, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna apply for volunteering positions as a yoga teacher in Asia, and I'm just gonna quit this job and disappear. And this is what I did. As soon as this draining project has finished, I hand in my resignation notice. I open my laptop. I start applying for volunteering positions. I find one in Gili Islands in Indonesia. Then I find another yoga teacher position in Philippines. Finally, my chest expanded, more space in my mind, and this is how it all started. But let's come back to another version we also all have, real you. So this is the one, like example of real me is I'm terrified of direct messages. I hate following up on clients. I always prioritize my self-care. I meditate every day for 1 hour. I do yoga 1 hour. I walk for 1 hour because, yeah, my non-negotiables. But also, I said no to a draining client last week because, well, I need to pay my bills. So we all have those 2 versions. And coming back to me teaching yoga, this is when I realized it drains me. So the very passion I went to Asia for, it killed my passion. I realized I don't even want to practice anymore. And holding a room every day for a group of people, it's not really for me. And when I came back to Berlin, I tried doing it for the full time. It paid terribly. So then I came to this realization that follow your passion, at least for me, is a little bit of a bullshit. I decided, what is my overlap between the skills I already have and what creates value, what people would actually pay for? At that time, 2 years ago, it was web development. I was like, yeah, I can build websites. People need them. So this is what I started to do. And don't worry if what pays you now is not your passion. I mean, it can become your passion when you actually start practicing and getting good at it. So here we are. I'm a web developer, this time on my own terms without digital agency. Okay, full disclosure. First of all, I tried applying for jobs and the market was horrible. And then I decided to be my own boss. So the evolution did not stop there. It went from follow your passion to follow what creates value. And then I'm stuck now somewhere here. Follow what you are really good at. What people call a zone of genius. Or as Dan Sullivan says, your unique ability. So a set of specific skills only you possess, which for you feel like a play, but for others look like work. Okay. My favorite newsletter writer, he is talking about identity lifestyle fit. So remember this performed me and real me. So the bigger the gap, the bigger is the failure of this identity lifestyle fit. You know, product market fit. So when you build something matches with what people actually want or need. When you don't have this product market fit, you are losing a lot of cash as a startup. Every day is uphill. But once you nail it, the market is literally pulling the product out of your hands. So here is a similar concept, except that product is you and market is how you live. So this is my embarrassing truth. My main dominant identity 3 years ago was burnout digital agency employee. 2 years ago, it was a yoga teacher. Then it was a freelancer. Today, I'm trying to be my own CEO, feminine CEO. And with every shift like that, with every evolution, you constantly have to learn new skills. You constantly have to unlearn limiting beliefs you're having. And that shit is hard. Honestly, sometimes I'm still dreaming of being back to this boring, stable, full-time job with a boring, stable paycheck at the end of the month. But then, the identity lifestyle fit would never happen for me. So you don't need a better morning routine. What you need is ask yourself whose life you are living. Because if it's not yours, it's a freaking problem. Okay, let me kill a fantasy real quick. When I worked at a digital agency, I would wake up with anxiety every single morning. But now, as a solopreneur, also anxiety. A lot of it. So there are always problems. Employee problems, freelancer problems, CEO problems. The skill is not escaping the problem. The skill is choosing which problems are worth having. Which problems are worth it for you? Same with freedom. I used to think, I want total freedom. And I thought it's my dream. But honestly, my dear, the freedom without any structure, any constraints, is just pure chaos. Okay. Remember, I mentioned something at the beginning of this practice, of this talk. There's no wrong way to do it. Feel free to do nothing. But I really invite you to close your eyes, or maybe just soften the gaze and look in front of you. And for a moment, imagine the ideal life, your daily life. Let's go through this together. Imagine you wake up. What do you see? A dog? A tent? A ceiling? A sea? Who's there? Or even better, who is not there? What's the first hour after waking up looks like? Coffee in silence? 1 hour of meditation, because maybe in that version, this is how you behave. Maybe kids jumping on you. Maybe you did not wake up at all. You woke up at noon because yesterday we went to a fetish party. No judgment, it's Berlin. And now imagine the work. Let's say you do have some sort of work in this ideal day. For many of us, empty beach is not the best idea of the perfect daily day. So, what are you working on? Where do you work? A van? WeWork co-working space? On the beach? What is not there anymore in your ideal work? What clients? What apps? And gently check in with your body. While you visualize this ideal day, how are your shoulders doing? How is the chest? Your jaw? That's also data, by the way. So what you imagined right now, what you pictured, your business, your job is supposed to serve it. Feel free to open your eyes or keep dreaming, whatever suits you. But if your business right now is giving you a ping pong and tap beer at the end of your workday in a skyscraper in Berlin, but what you actually pictured, waking up surrounded by orange trees, it's a freaking problem. Also, while we are at it, what do you actually value? Because if your uttermost value is stability, maybe waking up every month in a new country as a digital nomad is not for you. Steal no one's dreams, especially not internet. Okay, eyes open. Here's my dream. Yeah, a vision board. So last December, I went back to my home country in Lithuania, minus 20 degrees outside, 5 p.m., already dark, nothing else to do, so much snow outside. I was like, I'm gonna do what all these cool LinkedIn women do. I'm gonna open Pinterest, open Canva, and copy-paste some stuff to my Canva board, what I wish to myself for 2026. Sure, I wanna provide value for women. I wanna, of course, disappear to Asia. And of course, I want to have fun, because otherwise, what's the point? And yeah, I posted it also on LinkedIn. Of course, nothing happened except some women cheering me up. No new clients, no magic. And then I did the most human thing possible. I just completely forgot about it. And only last week, while prepping for this talk, I remembered and I opened it. And I was like, yeah, it's already now prepping for the second conference talk. While building this vision board, I was not even thinking about applying for conference talks. They were too scary for me. I already did 2 events for female founders in Sri Lanka, and 2 more are coming in Berlin, organizing workshops for women. Winter in Sri Lanka, in Goa, check. So basically, most of it is already there. So this is the power of visualizing. How do you actually want to live your life? It doesn't have to be a vision board. I just dare you to write it down in a Notion file, on the back of the napkin, whatever suits you. But do something like this for yourself. Of course, I applied myself for all these conference talks, but this kind of vision boards make sure that when the door appears, I will notice it, and I will take an action, and I will open it. Okay, so let me give you some tips what really helped me to live the life on my own terms. Before anything, what you see here, I want to tell you, it's super important to have a coach. It's super important to have accountability buddy. Mine is sitting right in front of me. My previous coach is sitting right in front of me. You should not, and you cannot do it all alone. So remember that. Okay, first one. The messy middle is not failure. So with every pivot, with every transformation, when you change your identity, your offering, it's normal that the old money is not coming in yet. You're not failing. You're building it right. Number 2, consistency. Oh my God, it took me so long, so many daily posts on LinkedIn to finally see the results, probably like 6 months. I didn't even know how I did not give up, probably watching all these YouTubers and LinkedIn stars who kept telling, don't give up, keep doing. And yeah, I agree with them. Consistency is the key. Number 3, really big one for me this year. Outsource what drains you so that you can evolve. Picture me in my favorite co-working restaurant right on the beach in Goa, in India. I see the cows, I see amazing sea, I see the palm trees. I kind of want to go closer to the water and close my laptop, but I still have to work. There's so much to do. And then I'm having the call with this marketing expert I met on LinkedIn, of course, Daniela, and she's like, Magda, I don't understand how you're doing it all alone. I've been outsourcing lots of tasks already for years. And I'm like, I can just outsource the tasks that drain me. If not that, I probably would not have time to prepare for this talk at all. Number 4, protect your energy. My current coach, she keeps telling me, energy sells. When I was volunteering this year as a community manager in Sri Lanka in a co-living, co-working space, oh my God, imagine my usual day. I wake up, I organize high-intensity interval training for the whole community in a co-working space. We are dripping, sweating, and then, of course, we want to reward ourselves, and we go to this ice bath and sauna 5 times, ice bath, sauna. And then we eat together, and then 2 p.m., I come to a co-working space to work on my own business, and my tank is quite empty. And then the cleaning lady is calling me because she needs my translation with a new guest. This is when the first fuck up happened for me. My client, who I deeply admire, I missed the launch date for their website. They wrote me an email, Magda, next week we are launching and the website is barely done. This was haunting me for weeks. This is the biggest learning for me. Stop managing your time. Start managing your energy. In my case, it's also blocking the apps. Sometimes I block all my social media apps for 3-4 days and I just focus on work. Phone in another room. Create the system that serves you so that your energy and attention is protected. Number 5, oh, that's a tricky one. Work on your limiting beliefs. We all have them. And those limiting beliefs are running the show until you consciously choose the new ones. Maybe you don't follow up because you don't want to allow yourself to have this new client more money because that would mean new you, and you believe that you're not supposed to make this kind of good money. Get a good coach, work on your limiting beliefs. Okay. I'm not sending you home with some 12-step system or whatever. Just one thing. Whenever a new idea, a new project, new meeting, new client appears, ask yourself this one thing. Filter it through this question. Does this serve the life I just pictured? If no, it's a no. That's it. That's the whole system. Remember me at the beginning of this talk, complaining to you that I'm failing in life? I was not failing. I was in this messy middle, outgrowing myself. Again. Remember, it's not about escaping the problems you're having right now. It's about which problems I choose and what kind of life I build them around. If you want to talk more about it, I would love to hear your feedback about this talk. I optimize my life just like I optimize my websites with feedback. So that's the left QR code. And if you want to learn more about creating the life you desire, I'm also mentoring in this accelerator for women. Follow the life you desire and not the job titles. Thank you.
Do we have any questions? Still need to stay with me on stage here. In the moment, we don't have any yet. Very nice talk. I loved it a lot.
Thank you.
And Do you miss teaching yoga, or do you sometimes do it?
I still do it once per week. I teach yin yoga, the slowest. People call it the most boring one, but I totally believe in stillness, especially in Berlin. So yes.
I'm a vinyasa yoga teacher, so
Amazing.
but I haven't taught in like 5 years or so.
Yeah, I
So,
get it.
Work gets in the way.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to grill Magda on something, but I think you already taught so much, so many
Yes.
different things. It was so
Definitely.
exciting to get an insight in your life and in your journey towards where you are now. And I hope very much we can have a coffee soonish.
A lot to discuss.
Yeah. Cool. Then, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Peace.
How do you balance the protecting your energy and leaving your comfort zone?
That's a good one. I noticed I actually love to structure all my weeks this way. Like this week, I am a social butterfly. I'm going out, I'm at a conference, I'm going to events. Last week, for 6 days, I did not see anyone. And 3 days out of those, I even blocked all my social apps. For me, it works. So last week, for example, I was just focused. This week, I am like an extrovert. This is my role. So dividing this works for me quite well.
Oh, come on in, people. You can sit down if you want. I think over there is a question. Can you speak very loudly? Loudly. Great. Nice.
Absolutely, I agree with you. So
Lanka?
I had like 3-4 different coaches. Some of them I found on social media, and I was following them for like 5-6 months to notice if they would be a good fit for me. Some of them appeared for me through the coaching agency, and then I had a call, and then I see we clicked. But I definitely do the background check of what they do, and they always offer free coaching sessions, discovery sessions, and then you realize if you can work together. But later we can talk more about it, and later we can talk more with my coach as well. So yeah, but definitely do coaching. It will help you.
Awesome. Then thanks a lot, Magda.